Hello YouTube, Tailwind23 here, back again to give you another episode of VGC Thursdays. And in this episode, we're going to be going over the move Tailwind. Now Tailwind is similar to moves like Trick Room in the sense that it alters the speed of the Pokemon in play. But there are a couple of subtleties between Tailwind and Trick Room that you need to know before trying to use this move on your team. First things first is that Tailwind doubles the speed of your Pokemon instead of altering the order in which Pokemon go in battle. Now, the reason this is important is for a couple of things. Because your opponent can still outspeed you if they use moves like agility and whatnot, or they try and reduce your speed. So you need to be careful for that. And also, unlike Trick Room, when your opponent does Tailwind, it doesn't cancel each other out. So for example, if you use Tailwind on turn 1, 2 turns later your opponent does Tailwind, it only cancels each other out for that one turn, because Tailwind only lasts for 4 turns. Tailwind only lasts for 4 turns. So then the remaining 2 turns after, your opponent has the effects of Tailwind. So that's something you really need to pay attention when using this move. Now, a benefit to using Tailwind, because your speed is doubled, you don't have to be heavily invested in speed to outspeed your opponent, which means you can invest something in bulk, or even use bulk your Pokemon to outspeed the normal speedy sets out there. So because of that, you can afford to run Pokemon like Metagross with HP and defense investments, Terrakion not with full speed investments, and even Pokemon like Chandelure, like we have here, who, even though has not the greatest, who doesn't really have the greatest speed, can still outspeed a lot of Pokemon like Gengar out there. Now, on this team for Tailwind, I have Metagross. Metagross is an awesome Tailwind user because it doesn't have amazing speed to start off with, but it does end up getting just a slight increase, which is just enough for it to really outspeed everything after Tailwind is up. And it has amazing attack and amazing specialty defense. Excuse me. The way I'm running it is with a little bit of bulk, max defense with some attack. Reason being is because I have Meteor Mash, which increases my attack almost every time I use it. So I wanted to increase the survivability of Metagross because it's such a strong mon. I really need it to survive. And I have it mainly in defense because it just has such monstrous defense anyway. I figured I just wanted to optimize on that side. I am not too worried about specialty attacks. I can always switch out with my specialty defensive like Sigilif or Suicune, but I'll get into them in a moment. I have Meteor Mash, Ice Punch, Zen Headbutt, and Protect. Protect is to help set up the Tailwind so I don't get any damage that turn. Also a great doubles move. Then Headbutt for stab, Meteor Mash for stab, and that increase in specialty defense, and those pesky fairies, particularly Sylveon, who's running amok in VGC now, and Ice Punch to really deal hard to like the Garchomp and all those other monsters that are still running rampant in VGC. Now, as my other attacker, I have Terrakion. I have Terrakion with some HP investment, max attack, adamant, some speed investment, and I have Citrus because I didn't want to give it Scarf. I didn't want to choice it because I wanted to be able to change moves, go Protect and all that. And I didn't want to give it Life Orb because I wanted to give Life Orb to a different Pokemon. So I know with some HP investment and with its decent bulk, it could survive almost any one move, so it'll be able to come back after a Citrus boost. Now for moves, I gave it Protect, Double Kick to break sashes for like mons like not Aegislash, Bisharp, who I've seen run around a lot here. And I gave it Rock Slide because Rock Slide is just a great stab move in VGC. In close combat for that nice, just if I need to hit something really hard. Now Chandelure. I have Chandelure with Life Orb, and it's my main specialty attacker in this group. It has Heat Wave as a nice stab. It has Shadow Ball as another nice stab. It has Hidden Power Grass because of Rotom washes, because of Swamperps, and because of I have actually, when I've been practicing with this team, I have seen a lot of Gastrodons randomly. I don't know if it was just because of I was randomly seeing it, or if it's actually starting to become a thing, but I have Hidden Power Grass for those particular mons. I have Flash Fire because of Pokemon like Heattrans and Charizard Wise. If they want to Heat Wave me, it'll just boost my own Heat Wave. And I have it with excuse me, I cannot speak tonight. Max Specialty Attack and Max Speed Investments. I didn't give it Jolly because, again, Tailwind is able to definitely allow it to outspeed a lot of things. I have Suicune with Leftovers because it's, Suicune because of the... I have Suicune with Leftovers because I want it to be a nice bulky support character. For me, I gave it Tailwind, Icy Wind, Scald, and Snarl. It will become very helpful in the future. Now for this random Pokemon of my team, you know how I always like to throw something out of the ordinary. I have Sigilith. Now for those older Litheonians, or at least for those who battled me in the LBA, know that I am a monster with Sigilith, at least in singles I was. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it does in doubles. I made it my secondary Tailwind Pokemon with Psycho Shift, Safeguard, and Air Slash. Safeguard because those really annoying Amoonguss who like to spore everything. Psycho Shift to really just like burn because, you know, Life Orb, Psycho Shift is just a great move for that. And Air Slash as an attacking move because I don't really like to give it like all non-attacking moves because just priority taunt is a thing. And I gave it some... Oops, excuse me. 252. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I gave it max HP and max specialty defense to really try and survive those specialty hits. And finally, I have a defensive Garchomp. I kind of stole this set from a friend of mine at Vertalit. Once I seen him with this defensive Garchomp, I was like, I need to try and make it mine. I need to try and do something to it so I can really make use of this. Garchomp is always a great Pokemon for Tailwind because it just has that naturally incredibly high speed, so you don't really need to put any speed investment on it. And I gave it max HP, max attack because I want it to be a bit more of an offensive powerhouse than what Vertalit normally runs, and HP because it's just because of Tailwind, it's allowed to be a bit more bulky. Now that I've gone over all my Pokemon, there's something I do need to know. Because Tailwind is a bit more flimsy, you need to be able to run your team so that it can semi-work without Tailwind. Which is why for some Pokemon like Chandelure, Terrakion, I did give them some speed investment for those just-in-case purposes, situations. Because you just never know what's going to happen. Now, something that I actually liked last time that I was able to really show off specific situations where Wide Guard and Quick Guard was able to work. I did some practice moves and I saved some battles, so I like to go over some of those battles over with you guys before I do a live battle. Now this is one I had yesterday, and I had two more that I had today. Let's see, instant replay. Now this was a team I was facing, and they started off with the Amoonguss and the Cresselia. Like, oh great, two just really bulky mons. What I do? I knew I had to start off with Sigilith because of the Spore shenanigans I knew this guy was going to try and do. Now I don't know why he protected first turn, but I just knew I had to go for Safeguard at first. So I attacked him with Metagross because I knew I didn't have to worry about Spore for here, so I just tried to get those attack bonuses. First two times didn't work. Like, well, you know, Amoonguss doesn't really scare me anymore, so I'm going to try and just get rid of this Cresselia. So I burned it, and I kept trying to attack it with Metagross with Meteor Mash. Now, I guess that this person didn't realize I did safeguard because it tried to spore. Like, dude, what are you thinking? What are you doing? So I just kept going for the Meteor Mash. I was hoping Meteor Mash was going to kill, but it didn't. But it's okay because Burn is going to be able to take it out. Now, the Amoonguss doesn't really know what to do because it can't spore anything, and I resist its stabs, really. So it was just, not really a problem for me now. Because I did Tailwind last turn, I knew that I didn't have to worry about Cresselia. I knew Metagross, now with the attack buff, was going to be able to really knock something out. So I knew that the Altaria had to be Mega, so I was just going to go after it. Even if it protected, it's fine. It's okay. I was just going to switch it out so I can bring in Suicune for in case purposes. And it worked out really well. I was able to bring in Suicune in order to attack the Tyranitar, burn it, and knock it out with a Meteor Mash, and give myself another attack boost. Now, all that's really left was Amoonguss. Amoonguss is just no longer a problem, and because of Safeguard, it really had nothing. It had nothing it can do to me. So I just kept setting up my safeguards, and I just kept attacking with Meteor Mash. Because of Tailwind, I was able to outspeed Tyranitar and Altaria, even though I got a speed reduction. So this is a good situation that, even though my speed was reduced by a third, doubling speed still allowed my non-speed invested Metagross to outspeed something that was most likely speed invested. So that was a good first example of how Tailwind can be used to really help out. This is another example I had. This is the team I faced. I was kind of scared at first because I started off with something I probably shouldn't have. I started off with Sigilif, and I started off with Suicune. I'm like, oh, crap. Manectric. Why did I start off with two that were weak to electric types? So I was like, you know something? I just gotta go with Tailwind, and I gotta try and do something to this Manectric. So I did Snarl to try and reduce its specialty attack. I knew with Tailwind I was going to be able to outspeed it and hit it with another Snarl to really try and reduce its attacking power. I burned the Cresselia because, why not? I can outspeed. I didn't really have to worry too much about it. And there's nothing I could really do about Suicune, but I knew I had to keep my Sigilif alive for more burning and for more protecting potential. Now here, what did I do again? Okay, I brought out Chandelure because I knew a Heat Wave would have been really strong, a really good help to try and knock out both of these Pokemon. But oh my gosh, the Manectric survives, and it got Helping Hand boost, so it really did a lot of damage, even though it was at half its specialty attack. I'm like, oh crud, what do I do now? Now, I didn't know exactly what the Sableye wanted to do to me. I knew it couldn't burn me, but just in case it had like paralyzation or toxic or whatever, I just Safeguard again, and it went for Captivate, which is interesting. Don't know why I didn't Captivate Chandelure, but I'm okay with that. Now I was able to knock out the Cresselia with Shadow Ball, and in comes Lilandris to replace the Cresselia, and then it goes for Protect because it probably knew I could outspeed and was going for it, and I just went for Tailwind again from Sigilif because it petered out and I really needed to get that speed up. Now Sableye went for Snarl, which is interesting. It missed my Chandelure, thank goodness, so I was able to knock it out with a Shadow Ball this time. But it went for Rock Slide on my Chandelure, and I am so surprised I survived this. That's fine with me. I bring in Metagross, and I Pain Split the Landorus to try and reduce his attack, because I figured, no, I might not be able to KO it. I figured I need to try and survive something, so I had Pain Split on it at the time. This was from earlier today. But now I just went for Heat Wave in order to knock out the remaining two Pokemon. Now in this situation, Safeguard didn't really do too much a play, but the Tailwind really helped Chandelure shine, because it really was able to outspeed everything and hit it as hard as possible before it was able to knock out. And I think that pressure is what made my opponent kind of freak out a little bit, because it had the opportunity to try and reduce the attack power of my of my Chandelure, but because it saw Safeguard, because it saw Tailwind, it saw Sigilus as a higher priority. So Sigilus is a great support Pokemon and can be used as a distraction, apparently. And for this battle, I went against this team. I mean, I swear, I'm seeing Cresselia everywhere. I thought this was Trick Room at first, which is why I kind of I don't know, I need to try and do something with, oh gosh, I remember this. I need to try and do something with like the Heatran and the Thundurus in case it came out, which is why I started off with Garchomp. But apparently, Helping Hand and Hidden Power Ice doesn't give a shit. It just knocked out my Garchomp like it was nothing. And then the same thing happened. I thought it was going to go after my Metagross. I was like, hey, Metagross is a bigger target, but no, like Helping Hand, Thunderbolt on Sigilus. Alright, sure. So this time I was like, you know something? Forget it. Shadow Ball and Ice Punch. Yeah, Shadow Ball and Ice Punch. Ice Punch was able to knock out the Thundurus, and I figured it was gonna try and do some like shenanigans, so I protected with Metagross, and I just tried to break the air balloon with my Shadow Balling Chandelure. Now I predicted that nicely because I went for Heat Wave, and I was able to survive with Metagross and able to knock it out the following turn with another Shadow Ball, because I knew at that point I can outspeed. And now after Cresselia being knocked out, and after the Heatran was being able to knock out with Shadow Ball, I was able to then just finish off the match with Metagross and using Meteor Mash on Sylveon. This is a good example of showing where when you're running a Tailwind team, you need to make sure that your team can still function without Tailwind. So that was the point of showing you guys this battle. So now that I've gone over all these battles, we're going to do a live battle. Now I've had maybe about a 70% success rate with this team, which is great for me because I mean I just made it a couple of days ago just to really show off the power of Tailwind, and we're doing great so far. Now this team, we have a lot of speedy things. I don't like it. We're definitely going to start off with Sigilus because of this thing. I need to think. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think Chandelure, Metagross, and Terrakion might be my best bet. I think it actually might be my best bet. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, Sigilus and Chandelure leading off versus Sharpedo. Oh crap. Sharpedo and Talonflame. I think Tailwind and Protect is my best bet, because most likely Sharpedo's going to Mega Evolve, and Talonflame is going to go for its own Tailwind, or it's going to, I think it might go for straight up for the attack. Oh no, I went for Protect. I went for Protect too, it didn't Mega Evolve. I went for Tailwind as well. Well, this is one of those situations where, Tailwind just cancels each other out. That's actually pretty nice. So I'm going to Psycho Shift the Sharpedo because it can't Protect again. And I'm going to switch out to Terrakion because I resist the most likely Dark attack that's going to come from this guy. And I resist the Brave Bird in case it comes from the Talonflame. Actually, no, Brave Bird is neutral because I'm part fighting. That's okay. It's going to deal decent damage, but not too much. Now, I'm not too worried about Waterfall from Sharpedo. Shoot, Waterfall's a thing. No, I saw that coming. Waterfall's a thing. Oh, there it is. Waterfall's a thing. Alright, now I was able to burn the Sharpedo, so it's no longer a problem. So I think because it is no longer a problem, I'm going to... I need to think about this. I'm going to bring Metagross. It could try and Flare Blitz me. it can really try and Flare Blitz me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Air Slash the Talonflame, Mega Evolve, and Protect. Because it will increase the damage on Sharpedo because of Burn, and if Talonflame does go after Metagross with Flare Blitz, it's protected, and I'm able to just deal damage to the Talonflame. So here's a hoping. Here is a hoping. Come on, dude. Alright. Protect. What you gonna do? Brave Bird? Oh, Brave Bird on the wrong Mon. Alright. So it's going after... Interesting. He's going after... How much did Air Slash do? 35 to 39%. That looks about right. So I'm going to Air Slash Talonflame again. And I'm going to Meteor Mash the Sharpedo. I know it's resisted, but Sharpedo can't do anything to me. And, ooh, did Tailwind peter out? That's something you gotta keep here. No, Tailwind's not yet. Tailwind ends this turn. That did nothing. What is it gonna do though? Crunch? Good thing for the burn. Oh, minus defense. Crud. Alright, I got the plus attack. That's good. So Air Slash a Talonflame. That's always a good thing. And burn. Tailwind peters out on both sides. This is good. Now, shoot. I really want to burn this Garchomp. And I want to protect. I definitely want to burn the Garchomp and I want to protect. Because if Garchomp does like Earthquake or something to try and knock out my Metagross, Metagross protected, I burn it, and let's see what happens. Crunch, alright, it's dead. That's fine. Rock Slide, darn it! Alright. That didn't work, but Sharpedo's done, and it's a 2-on-2. Now, what is his last Mon, I wonder? Ah, shoot, Rock Slide was a good thing to lock himself into. If he is locked into anything, you know? Now, I resist this, so I should Heat Wave and I should Ice Punch. Because if I somehow survive a Rock Slide... Shoot, I went for Earthquake. Nope! That's dead for me! Alright, well, that didn't work. GG. I think that defense... No, I think he just, he played it out better than I thought he would at the very beginning. So that's what happened there. But let's try again. Let's do 2 more battles. I hope you guys are like getting the idea of Trick Room though, because again, this is a learning experience for all of us. Or not Trick Room. Sorry, I said Trick Room. I meant Tailwind. They're such similar abilities. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I see this thing leading. If that thing is leading, I see this thing leading too. Let's do a Sigilif and Metagross lead. Let's see, what can we follow up with? I want Chandelure because of this and this. And because I protect myself from that. What else is a good one? I don't want to bring Garchomp. I don't think Garchomp's that good of an idea. Actually, Suicune. I'm gonna bring Suicune. I think that's a good idea. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's go, guy. And I don't mean to be the dick, but yeah, that's a thing. This is a thing. Let's see. Sir Temp, come on. Oh, and so by the way, Showdown doesn't have a VGC 2015 like format anymore. It's just called Battle Spot Doubles. Because like now, I guess in the game, Battle Spot is always doubles. And I didn't think this was what's gonna happen. So let's Tailwind and just go straight up for the Ice Punch on Togekiss. Mega Evolve and like shenanigans. See, even if this is a paralyzation set, shoot, if this is a paralyzation set. No, I gotta be safe. Tailwind, aww. Aww, protect. Actually, I'm okay with that. What are we gonna do? Tailwind. I tailwind. That's funny. Oh, that was a crit too. And it's quicker than me. Alright, so it protected. I'm gonna Psycho Shift. What if it follows me? Follow me. That's a good point. Are we gonna find out? I think we're gonna find out. It's probably Follow Me Togekiss. If it is, it gets burned, which is, you know, always nice. Let's see. Follow me, called it. Close combat. Oh, good. I mean, yay. But okay, let's see. It had a berry, citrus berry, so I might be able to just air slash it and switch over to Suicune. Actually, what am I doing? No! I should have gone to Chandelure! Follow me, that's fine. Close combat. Ah! I should have went to Chandelure. Air slash. Oh, okay, well, it's okay, fine. It's fine. Now, here's the interesting thing. Depending on what happens next turn, Tailwind finishes off this coming turn, by the way. I need to remember that. I should be able to, let's see, Steel and Fighting, and it has adaptability. I should have went into Chandelure. I think I might be able to trick it this time, though. I definitely think I might be able to trick it this time. Or him, her, whatever you want to call it. Her. Greninja. Psycho Shift? Psycho Shift. Chandelure? I want to say? Let's see what happens. Protect! Ah, oh, man! Ice Beam. Oh my gosh! No! Psycho Shift, darn it! Okay, it's gonna Ice Beam. Tailwind petered out. It's okay, I'm actually gonna Tailwind again. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want it. Ooh, I'm gonna Protect. Because most likely, I don't think they're both gonna double attack this. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, Protected. I protected. Iron Tail. Oh my gosh! Why is it running Iron Tail out of all things? I think that alone just screwed it up. So, let's see. It might protect, but it's fine. What is it right now? It's a normal type? Heat Wave. Greninja's a normal type right now. Which actually reminds me. Yeah, protected. I should have actually just double attacked a Greninja. Ah! I should have double attacked a Greninja. I see my mistake. It's okay. Tailwind happened. That's important. But now it's 2 down. I want to know what its last one is. I should leave Metagross in the back for later. So I'm going to bring out Suicune. Garchomp. Good thing I did that. Because I'm going to Icy Wind and I'm going to Heat Wave. I'm still quicker because of Tailwind that happened here. Because I'm quicker, Heat Wave is definitely going to knock out Lucario. And Icy Wind is definitely going to do a lot of damage and guarantee myself... Huh. Please don't miss, please don't miss. Yes! I don't know why he did that, actually. He should have went for the attack. Because now it's just 1 versus 3. He's probably going to forfeit. Icy Wind and Shadow Ball. Yeah, Shadow Ball. Oh, Shadow Ball did a crap ton of damage. Because I'm modest. Oh, I don't even think that crit mattered. Yeah, GG. But thank goodness for Tailwind, or I wouldn't have been able to deal with that. That's good. I like that. All right, so we're at 1-1. Let's see what our last battle has to do. How our last battle goes. Oh gosh. Tailwind is also becoming a lot more prominent. in VGC 2015. So that's probably a good thing you guys either watch this for like yourselves or to see how your opponent would run this, because there's a lot of that going on. I see an Intimidator. I think I'm gonna start off with Metagross in Sigilus, because Metagross doesn't get intimidated because I have clear body. I definitely want Chandelure for HP Grass and for Heat Wave. I think I want Garchomp because of this guy. See how it works. Let's see how it goes. And Garchomp for this guy because of... Oh yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Ice is a thing right now. It's going to Earthquake. But this is why I have max defense. If it does Earthquake, then it's screwed. Tailwind is going to guarantee my speed for the rest of these mons. Except for these two. Let's see if he even brings it. Flamethrower. Oh my gosh! I didn't expect that! Oh my gosh! That's crazy! Oh my gosh! I knew it was probably going to hit me, but I thought it was going to survive something. Oh no. I'm minus specialty defense. Crud. That's a thing. Heat Wave. Air Slash. Because I can't let this thing hit me too hard. Ooh, it's Scarfed, I think. Heat Wave. Oh my gosh, Heat Wave did so much damage. Come on, Air Slash. Yes, Air Slash! Oh, that's awesome. I don't have to worry about, like, that anymore. Hydreigon, you... I know what you're gonna do, Hydreigon. And I'm not letting that happen. I am not letting that happen. I'm not letting that happen? Yes, no, I'm not letting that happen. Hydreigon. I'm attacking Hydreigon. Because it's gonna lock itself most likely into Dark Pulse. If I... Oh, Dark Pulse can still... Oh, I'm quicker? Flinch, flinch! Oh, crap! Oh, gosh! Now... I don't know. Did Tailwind peter out? No, it didn't. So, Outrage, no. I need a Rock Slide. Heat Wave? I need Heat Wave. I need to... Rock Slide and Heat Wave need to connect on Hydreigon. Okay. Now Rock Slide. Rock Slide? Rock Slide needs to connect on both... No! Oh, it didn't connect on Hydreigon! Now Garchomp needs to try and knock out 2 Pokemon. Great. Great. Unless it's Charizard, and it's Charizard Y, I'm screwed. Ah, I really need it. Oh, it's Charizard. Rock Slide. Is it Charizard Y? Man! I needed that to connect! I hope it's Y. I hope it protects. To be silly. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Charizard, Mega Evolve and Protect. Mega Evolve and Protect. And please be Charizard Y. Yes, so far so good. No. Dang it, a crit? What is up with this? Oh my gosh, that was unfortunate. Alright, well, in hindsight, if Rock Slide, I was max attack, connected, pretty sure it would have knocked out Hydreigon. And if that happened, then I would still have Chandelure to deal with Charizard and its Heat Waving shenanigans, and I would have been in a good position. But hey, misses happen. It's okay. We can deal with it. But that is my little tutorial on what is Tail Room, what's a good team to base around, what to do when you're using it, and what to do when you're facing it. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Share, like, and all that fun stuff. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Bye.